Well, hi, it's Monday, and I actually do have an outline for today's vlog. First of all, I want to talk about the Super Bowl and its outcome, since that was just yesterday, actually, and how I feel about stuff that went on with that. And then I have a little sticky note down here to remind me, because I will forget. I'm going to pull up 3 random Ask FM questions to answer. Just because I don't really have anything else that I wanted to talk about. Today, I'm sure you guys are so thrilled to hear about all my plans and everything every time I vlog, except the thing is they're usually kind of the same plans all the time. So, yeah, I'm going to pull up 3 random Ask FM questions and see what those answers are. And then I'm going to give you the word of the day, and that'll be today's vlog. So first of all, with the Super Bowl, so I am an avid Seahawks fan, like I have said in previous videos, and I was super excited when the Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl again this year. And while that was an exciting thing for me, you know, I'm not super into football just because I don't always understand all the ramifications of, like, you know, what exactly a pick six is. I'm not great with the football terminology, but I do understand it to a point where I can actually understand when, like, what's good and what's bad. And so watching the game, like, that was kind of a painful game to watch, just because, like, for most of the game, like, our defense just was not there, and that was frustrating for me to watch, because we've been known to be very much a mostly fourth quarter team, where, you know, we pull whatever we've got out and, you know, whip it past whoever we're playing and win. But in this case, you know, there was just a ton of events where it just was not working out. And so with our defense not playing very well, plus the fact that at the last play, you know, if you were watching that, you know, that was frustrating, because, you know, we're all like, give it to Lynch, and he didn't give it to Lynch. Give the ball to Lynch, Russell Wilson, and he ended up just throwing it, and it got intercepted, and that was irritating. And so to go from that high of, oh my god, we might actually win this, oh my gosh, like, we were counting down the clock, it was just on the line like that, and then it just totally, like, you're so high, and you're like, oh my god, we're ready, yeah, and then literally in the next 30 seconds, like, I was at a Super Bowl party this weekend, and it just dropped. Like, it just died. Like, I sat there like this, like, oh my god, like, what's happening right now? And no, the funny thing was, like, I was at someone's house where there was 3 TVs. There was one in the kitchen and one, like, upper corner, and there was one, like, in the living room area, which is, like, right next to the kitchen, so you could hear TVs echoing there. But then there was one downstairs, and it was funny because there was a guy downstairs, or a bunch of people really, but there was one particular guy who was down there, and like, they had a slight delay on like, I was sitting upstairs, and so they had a delay on their TV downstairs, and so it's kind of funny because I just watched that play happen, and then literally like 2 seconds later I hear him go, what the fuck? You know, he's swearing and cussing it all up. It was just funny because of the delay. But yeah, so that was a frustrating game to watch. I mean, I would say congratulations to the Patriots for winning, but really, like, the way that they even got into the Super Bowl was just not cool. You know, the whole cheating thing with the deflated balls and all that stuff. It's just, I'm not gonna, like, be mean to a Patriots fan because of this stuff going on, but it's still just, like, they shouldn't have won that. Like, they didn't win it, we lost it. Like, that shouldn't have happened. So, I mean, it was a great season overall with the Seahawks. I did watch quite a few games this season, and it was a great season, but yeah, that's gotta be rough. I can't imagine, you know, how the team is feeling right now, and that's really rough. And the Patriots didn't win, we lost. So, yeah. So that's how I feel about the Super Bowl right now. The funny thing is, like, all my classes right now are like, that's what they're talking about. Like, they're somehow tying in the loss from the Super Bowl into whatever subject matter that we're talking about. Like, in one of my classes we're talking about, like, nationalism, where, like, people band together around stuff, and so we were talking about how like, being a 12, being one of the 12th man and stuff like that. And so it's just funny how right after a loss like that, like, she would have the audacity to want to talk about it in class. But whatever, it's my class. So that's the Super Bowl stuff. Alright, so 3 random Ask FM questions. I have my phone right here, and I'm going to pull up Ask FM real quick. And it'll load. Okay. So, let me go through here and find a question that would be good to answer. It would be interesting for you. Okay. Okay, the first 3 questions that I have on here. The first one is, how well can you cook? Well, first of all, define cook. Second of all, I can cook okay. Given a recipe, I can usually figure out. Sorry, my phone just buzzed. I can figure out how to do something given a recipe. Probably won't be like super amazing, but it'll be edible, pretty good. I can cook okay. Yeah, I'm not horrible. I don't burn water. So yeah, there's that. Second question is, where would you bury your treasure if you had some? Well, if I had treasure, where would I bury it? I'd probably bury it maybe at the edge of my yard. I don't know. Just because like my house is like backed up to a ravine, and so there's never people there, and so they wouldn't find it. Or I might bury it in the ravine. Just because, like I said, my house is backed up to a ravine back home, and nobody is ever in it. And my brother and I actually used to play down there when we were younger and didn't care about getting ourselves scraped up and dirty. Yeah, I'd bury it there because no one would ever find it. I would know where it is, and it'd be pretty well protected. Because there's like my house and a couple other houses, but then like backs up into this deep ravine, and then there's a freeway right there. Like there's, yeah, so it'd be a pretty good spot for that there. And then the last question I have is, what is the last thing I bought? Well, I just came back from my class, and on my way back, I stopped by the student store and I got pencil lead because I just took a math midterm on Friday, and I'm realizing, oh, that was my last stick of pencil lead. So I had to get more because I needed it. So yeah, those are my 3 things. So for the word of the day today is compunction, which you spell it like this down there. And it means there's 3 different meanings that they're all kind of interconnected. The first one is an anxiety arising from awareness of guilt. The second meaning is a distress of mind over an anticipated action or result, or a twinge of misgiving or scruple. So for someone to feel compunction, it's like their guilt, like if they were guilty of something and they kind of feel bad about it, that would be compunction. Or like if you're worried about like a result, like say you took a test, like say for my math midterm, if I felt like I really didn't do well, I might be feeling some compunction toward the anticipated result of that test. So that's what compunction means. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you on Thursday. I do plan on posting something on Thursday. If I have time, I should have time. My roommate's at practice right now, so it should be pretty easy. But yeah, so I will see you Thursday. You guys have a great week. Love you all very much. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.
To